How to honor Montu, ancient rituals and modern spiritual practice. Montu was not simply the Kemetic god of war. He was the force that made a person ready for war. He represented courage before the battle, strength during the struggle, and disciplined power after victory. Montu was the heat that entered the king when hesitation was no longer possible. He was aggression, but aggression directed toward a purpose. So what would it mean to honor Montu today? Before answering this question, we must make an important distinction. We possess historical evidence showing how Montu was honored within the temples of ancient Kemet. So who was Montu? Montu, also written as Mentu or Montu, was a falcon deity whose worship became especially powerful in the Theban region of Upper Kemet. His principal centers included Thebes, Armant, Medamud and Tod. These four local manifestations were sometimes collectively treated as the four Montus. Montu rose to exceptional political importance during the 11th dynasty, when rulers associated with Thebes reunified Kemet following the first intermediate period. Several kings carried the name Montu Hotep, which meant approximately Montu is satisfied. This connection was not just decorative. Montu represented the fighting power with which disorder could be defeated, and the two lands brought back together. Later, Armant would become the dominant state deity of Thebes, but Montu retained his identity as a divine source of martial strength, royal victory, protection, and solar ferocity. He was commonly shown as a falcon-headed man, wearing a solar disk and two tall plumes. He could also appear in a bull form or be represented through the sacred Buchis bull at Armant. The falcon represented vision, speed, height, and precision. The bull represented physical power, sexual vitality, force, and unstoppable momentum. Together, they tell us something important about Montu. His power was not blind rage. It combined the vision of the falcon with the force of the bull. How was Montu historically honored? Montu was honored through a temple system operated by priests and supported by the state. Ancient Kemetic temple worship generally centered on a divine image housed within an inner sanctuary. Priests purified themselves before entering, opened the shrine, presented incense, poured libations, dressed or anointed the sacred images, recited hymns, and presented offerings such as bread, beer, food, clothing, and oils. These actions were not performed merely to request personal favor. Temple ritual helped maintain ma'at, which is truth, balance, justice, right order, and the proper functioning of existence. The deity was cared for so that the divine power could continue circulating through the world. This meant that ancient worship was not exactly the same as modern private devotion. Much of the formal ritual belonged to temples, kings, and initiated priesthoods. Montu's worship also included a major sacred landscape and living manifestations. At Armant, he became closely associated with the Buchis bull. A selected bull was treated as a living embodiment of Montu's power. After death, it could be mummified and burned with elaborate honors. What would it mean to honor Montu today? Honoring Montu should begin with understanding what he represents. Montu is not an excuse for uncontrolled anger. Uncontrolled anger is not strength. It is power that has escaped its owner. Montu represents the force placed under command. A modern follower might honor him through 5 principles. Courage. Montu can be approached when fear is preventing necessary action. This does not mean becoming fearless. Fearlessness can be foolish. Courage means understanding the danger and moving with purpose anyway. Discipline. A person cannot claim devotion to a warrior deity while refusing to train the body, educate the mind, control destructive impulses, or keep their word. Discipline may be the most authentic modern offering one can give to Montu. Protection. Montu's force can be understood as protective rather than predatory. Protection includes defending your house, your community, your dignity, your boundaries, and those who cannot adequately defend themselves. Decisive action. Some problems survive because we continue negotiating with something that should already have ended. Montu represents the moment where contemplation becomes movement. Controlled power. The purpose of martial art discipline is not to remain permanently at war. It is to develop enough control that strength is available when required and restraint when it is not. A warrior who cannot return to peace has not mastered war. A simple modern devotional practice. A personal space for Montu could include an image or symbol associated with him, a falcon, a bull, the solar disk, or colors that communicate solar and martial power. This does not need to be an archival reenactment. It should be orderly, clean, intentional, and treated with respect. A simple practice might begin with washing your hands and face. This is not the same as ancient priestly purification, but acknowledges the Kemetic connection between cleanliness and sacred preparedness. You might light incense or place a small offering of clean water, bread, fruit, or other wholesome food before his image. Do not pretend that one specific modern offering is historically required unless evidence supports the claim. Water, food, incense, and libations are appropriate because they belong to the broader documented language of Kemetic temple offerings. After presenting the offering, speak plainly. Montu, Lord of Thebes, falcon who sees the path, bull whose strength does not retreat, teach me to govern my power, give me the courage without cruelty, discipline without pride, and strength in defense of my eye. Let fear become awareness, anger become purpose, and purpose become righteous action. Afterward, name the challenge you are facing. You are not asking Montu to remove it. You are asking him to show you the path to removing this yourself. You may ask for courage, but you must approach the thing that frightens you. If you ask for discipline, you must practice that action. If you ask for protection, you must establish boundaries. If you ask for victory, you must enter the arena. What should you not ask of Montu? There is a difference between asking an enemy to be defeated and asking for revenge. And those are things that you should know. Is battle necessary? Is my cause just? Am I protecting my art or merely protecting my pride? And what happens if I win? A war god deserves serious questions before force produces consequences. To honor Montu is to not romanticize violence. It is to cultivate readiness. Montu represents the ability to see danger clearly, enter necessary conflict, control your strength, and restore order without becoming addicted to destruction. The falcon sees the battlefield. His bull possesses the strength to cross it, but the human being must decide whether the battle serves Ma'at. The finest offering to Montu may therefore be neither blood nor rage. It may be a disciplined life, a protected household, a courageous decision, a strong body governed by a thoughtful mind, and the wisdom to know when to fight and when victory means refusing the battle altogether.